Welcome to Grand Prix, your favorite place for the fastest news about Formula One. We have 3 exciting stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date. Let's get started. Hey, Formula One fans, how's everyone? Doing big news coming up for this race weekend. The weather report for the British Grand Prix at Silverstone just came out, and it looks like the weather could really mix things up before we talk about it. Make sure you're subscribed and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any updates. And if you like quick, easy F1 news like this, hit the like button to help our work here at GPM Casa. This weekend was already going to be really exciting, with lots of teams fighting for important spots in the team standings, but now the weather might make things even more crazy. The latest reports from official F1 weather experts say Friday's practice sessions will happen under sunny skies with temperatures around 25 degrees Celsius, perfect weather for teams to set up their cars and drivers to go really fast on a dry track. But Saturday brings a big surprise: rain. The forecast shows rain showers coming to the Silverstone area right when FP3 and qualifying happen, with temperatures dropping a little to 22 degrees Celsius. That means drivers might face wet or mixed weather during qualifying, and as F1 fans know, a wet qualifying session often brings chaos and surprise results, and it doesn't stop there. Sunday's forecast shows the rain continuing, with temperatures dropping even more to around 20 degrees Celsius for race day. If the rain does stay around, we could see one of those crazy British GPS, where strategy, tire choices, and driver skill in wet weather become the most important things. So which teams could do well in these conditions? In the past, wet races have been an equalizer, giving midfield teams the chance to score big points if they get their strategy right. Keep an eye on Sauber this weekend. They've shown really good progress lately, with both Gabriel Bordelito and Nico Hülkenberg getting points in the last round. Silverstone's fast-flowing layout combined with tricky weather could be the perfect storm for them to do it again, or even better. And with Bordelino already getting international attention as one of F1's rising stars, this could be another chance for him to shine, especially if the rain throws the front runners off balance. For teams like Ferrari and Mercedes, who have been struggling with tire temperatures and consistency, a wet race could bring even more problems. Meanwhile, Red Bull's Max Verstappen will have to keep his focus really sharp. One wrong move in the wet could mean disaster, especially considering his dangerous position. With 11 penalty points on his super license, this is the kind of weekend where heroes and heartbreaks are made, from Friday's dry running to possibly pouring Sunday conditions. Every session could matter for the championship, so with the British GP forecast looking like a classic mix of sun, rain, and drama, what do you think? Do you think we'll see shocking results and midfield teams climbing onto the podium, or will the big names still find a way to win despite the weather? Drop your predictions in the comments below. Can Sauber continue their rise? Will Bordelito impress again in his rookie season? And which team do you think has the best chance of handling the chaos at Silverstone? And don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe to stay on top of every twist and turn from trackside to paddock this weekend. This is going to be one to remember. Gabriel Bordelito is quickly becoming the talk of the Formula One paddock after an amazing performance at the Austrian Grand Prix. The young Brazilian driver not only scored his first championship points in the top level of motorsport, but he also earned the title of Driver of the Day, a fan-voted recognition that often highlights extraordinary individual efforts. And this time, Bordeleti's name was talked about far beyond the Brazilian press. The most striking coverage came from Argentina, where the famous newspaper Clarín published a feature headline: "Who is Gabriel Bordeleti, the driver who surprised at the Austrian GP and became Brazil's new Formula One hope?" The article praised Bordelino not just for his result, but for the way he did it, with consistency, boldness, and calmness even under high-pressure situations. One of the moments that got the media's attention was Bordeleto's late race battle with none other than Fernando Alonso, his own mentor, in the final stages of the Grand Prix. Bordelito went wheel to wheel with the two-time world champion, almost overtaking the Spaniard before eventually settling in behind. The image of the rising star challenging a legend and doing so without mistakes was symbolic of a generational shift in Formula One. The Argentine outlet was particularly impressed by Bordelino's attitude, according to Clarín, his humility Raw talent and professionalism set him apart. These are not just media stories. The praises echoed by Alonso himself, who has publicly acknowledged Bortolino's skill. He's incredibly talented and extremely humble, Alonso said in a recent interview. That combination is rare, and that's why he's rising so fast for those who may not have followed his journey. Bordallas's rise has been nothing short of amazing. After winning the FIA Formula 3 championship, he went on to secure the Formula 2 title. In his first season, an almost unprecedented feat in modern motorsport, his path into Formula 1 was not just expected but highly anticipated, with many seeing him as the natural successor to Brazil's legendary names like Senna, Piquet, and Massa. The Austrian GP served as a breakthrough moment, not because of sheer luck or dramatic crashes ahead, but because of a clean, tactical, and mature drive. Bortoliso made no major mistakes, showed excellent tire management, and demonstrated that he belongs on the grid. It was the kind of race that builds not only confidence, but respect among peers and pundits alike. In Brazil, expectations have always been high for the next F1 superstar. For years, fans watched drivers like Felipe Nasser and Pietro Fittipaldi attempt to secure full-time roles without consistent success. Now, with Bortolino's arrival, there is a real sense of hope and pride. His calm personality, discipline in interviews, and evident dedication in the cockpit present the image of a driver who is not just fast but grounded. Of course, one race does not define a career, but what it does is set the tone, and Bortolino's tone is now resonating across borders. It is no longer just Brazilian journalists talking about him. International outlets are starting to track his progress closely. If he continues on this path, it is not unreasonable to imagine him challenging for podiums in the near future and maybe, just maybe, becoming a world champion down the line. What remains to be seen is how Bortoleto will respond to increased pressure and heightened expectations. Formula One is ruthless. The margin for error is razor thin, but for now Bortoleto seems to be thriving under that pressure. Cadillac debut in Formula One in 2026 is getting closer, and the talks to decide their driver lineup are heating up behind the scenes. Although there hasn't been an official announcement yet, team principal Graham Loden confirmed in an interview with Sky Sports that talks are going well and a decision is getting nearer. While he avoided revealing specific names, Loden stated that the team is talking with both experienced F1 drivers and promising young talents recently coming through Formula 2. According to him, Cadillac has been looking at a range of profiles and making the most of their time in the paddock to hold detailed discussions that will shape the team's foundation in F1. Among the names most strongly rumored are Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez, and Brazilian driver Felipe Drugovich, with Guan Yu Zhao and Yuki Tsunoda also appearing as outside contenders. Bottas recently fueled speculation by posting a photo alongside a Cadillac SUV on social media, humorously praising the car's seat and jokingly hinting at the ongoing rumors in European media. Bottas is widely considered the favorite to secure one of the seats, bringing with him years of top-tier experience from Mercedes and Alfa Romeo. Meanwhile, Drugovich stands out as an intriguing choice if Cadillac decides to follow a strategy similar to Audi's, focusing on gradual development and building with drivers who have long-term potential. Grammy Loden made it clear that for now the team's top priority is ensuring their 2026 car is competitive. As he pointed out, having strong drivers means little without a capable machine to put them in contention. Still, he acknowledged that discussions with drivers have been productive and urged fans to keep a close eye on developments in the coming days. While there won't be an official announcement during this week's British Grand Prix at Silverstone, Loden hinted that news could break shortly afterward as the team moves closer to locking in its first driver. The Cadillac boss emphasized that the driver pairing will be chosen carefully with the long-term vision in mind. He noted that this decision will play a critical role in shaping the team's identity as they aim to establish themselves as a serious contender in Formula One. With Bottas currently out of the seat following his departure from Sauber at the end of 2024, and Drugovich patiently waiting for his chance after years as Aston Martin's reserve driver, anticipation is building rapidly. Colton Herta, once a leading candidate for the seat, appears to have fallen out of contention due to underwhelming performances this season. Meanwhile, Perez and Zhou remain in consideration but are viewed as fallback options while the team evaluates its ideal blend of experience and potential with all these moving parts. Cadillac is preparing to make a decision that could shake up the 2026 Grid. Excitement is particularly high among Brazilian fans who are eager to see Drogovic join